Hi everybody, and welcome to my webinar, the Online Coach Formula. Making six figures a year, working just 6 months at home or anywhere in the world as an online coach. Now, I'm going to cover some phenomenal content in this training webinar today, and some real cool strategies that you can actually use straight after you've watched this webinar and actually go out and implement yourself. So before I begin, first of all, thank you very much for everyone for attending. We actually have a full house today, which is really great. What I'd like to just start off with is a bit of housekeeping. Give me a yes in the chat box if you can hear me nice and clearly, if you can hear my voice nice and clearly in the chat box. Just give me a yes in the chat box, please. Excellent. Yes, yes, yep. Yes. Yep, yes, yes. Brilliant. Can hear you loud and clear. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so let's kick off and let's begin. First of all, a brief introduction to myself. There are quite a few of you on this webinar who already know me, and there's a lot of new attendees on this webinar that obviously have probably never heard of me and probably thinking, who is this guy? Who is this Sahil Khan? So just a brief introduction to myself. I'm one of the world's top joint venture experts. Something that I specialize in, it is my niche or niche, as my American friends say. That's what I primarily do. I'm a joint venture expert, consultant, and coach. I've achieved over $16 million using joint ventures, and I'm not going to cover that story today or cover more on that. You can go to YouTube, just type in my name in JV, and there's loads of my videos, speaking videos, event videos, and training videos on joint ventures and how joint ventures work. I'm also an international speaker, coach, and consultant. I'm also the author of the upcoming book, Guerrilla Marketing and Joint Ventures, with marketing guru Jay Conrad Levinson. I'm really excited about this book. It's being released in the new year, and it's going to be pretty phenomenal. I'm also a certified guerrilla business coach and a certified project management practitioner, which I found a very handy and useful certification to have, especially when I'm doing a lot of business to business and dealing with a lot of companies and systems. I'm also the founder and CEO of the Joint Venture Group. So that's a bit about myself, just to give you a brief synopsis and overview of why I'm more or less qualified to run this training webinar today. So here's what we'll be covering today. Why online coaching? Opportunities in online coaching, what it takes to become an online coach, potential online coaching income. I'll be covering some six-figure online coaching case studies. So basically, not so much theory, but a lot of practical elements and how I've applied it and how you can apply this also as well. I'll also be doing some training on 5 steps to creating your own online coaching program. So I'll be covering step by step through 5 major steps in terms of how you can go out and do this yourself. And then we'll also talk more about what I believe is the perfect online coaching system. And we'll have some great Q&A at the end. So any questions you have, you're welcome to ask them throughout the webinar, but I always find it best to ask those questions at the end after we've covered all the content. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions, as there always are, and I'm here to answer all those questions as much as I can, and I'll stay here as long as we have to get those questions answered. So first of all, on my webinar, when I put my webinar out there, I did tell people that, if you stay till the end, you'll get a bonus, and as promised, if you stay till the end, I've got a bonus for you. It's my top 50 lucrative coaching niches report. So this report is pretty cool. It gives you a detail of the top 50 niches to get into for coaching. And if you stay till the end, I'll get a report from GoToWebinar, and those people who stay till the end, you'll get a copy emailed to you. So that's pretty cool. So first of all, before we begin, I'd like to ask a question. What I'd like to ask is, have you ever coached or been coached before? So I'd like you to put in the chat box either a yes, I have been coached, or a no, I haven't been coached, or yes, I have coached before, or no, I haven't coached before. So just put in the chat box so I know it gives me a rough idea of how to structure my training session today for those of you guys who are on here. So, okay, no, yes, I have coached and been coached before. Yes, I have. Great, done more of the coaching, but I'm here today to find out how I can actually stop doing one-to-one coaching and do more online coaching. Okay, cool, that's good, because that's what we're going to cover today. Yes, being coached and done coaching too. Yes, being coached and coached. Yes, I've been coached and I coach others too. Great. Yes, I've been coached. Yes, coaching. Yes to both. Yes, wanted to do less of the one-to-one coaching and more of the online. Okay, cool, brilliant. So excellent. So exactly, I know where most of you are, and I'll be covering a lot of the content today, which will really help you. So let's look at, first of all, the traditional coaching model. Now, there are some of you guys on here today who are coaches, and there's quite a lot of you who are interested in coaching also. The traditional coaching model basically is a one-to-one coaching model, and what that entails basically is you're coaching people on a one-to-one basis, and basically there is a ceiling to the amount of money that you can earn, and there is a lot of time also spent. So that's the traditional coaching model. And I'm going to take you through that now, exactly how that works. So here's the traditional coaching fee formula, which is used in the traditional coaching industry. Let's say, for example, your target as a coach is to make 100K a year. Now, 100K over 12 months is roughly about $8,333 a month, okay? And you have, if you're working 9 to 5, you have about 160 working hours available each month. Now, 80 hours of that is marketing, and 40 hours of that should be spent doing admin. That's the sort of ratio, which leaves you with about 40 hours of coaching. Now, 40 hours divided by 4 weeks is roughly about 10 hours per week. So you have 10 hours per week available to be able to do coaching, especially the one-to-one coaching. Now, if you had one client per hour a week, then the maximum amount of clients you could have would be 10 clients. Okay, there is a ceiling in terms of what you can earn as a traditional coach. So let's say you want to earn $8,333. Now, divided by the 10 clients, the maximum amount of clients that you can have, you'd be charging roughly about $833 per client, hypothetically speaking. And traditional coaches earn anywhere between 55K to 160K a year. Now, that's traditionally the traditional coaching statistics, and traditional coaches do actually earn between 55K to 116K roughly a year. Now, here's the ideal coaching model. At the bottom, you have your products. Now, products should always be geared towards lead generation. Okay. Now, this is something that I do a lot of. I have a few products out there which are lower price products, but don't rely on those lower price products to generate you income. They should be lead generation products, okay? And then on the top of the pyramid you have, which is basically your high-end premium one-to-one coaching, which is the traditional coaching model. Now in the middle, which should be one of your main focuses, are your online programs. Okay, programs that you can create where you can get, we can do one-to-many coaching, or get as many people into a coaching program as possible, or into a group coaching program that you can actually run online anywhere. Okay, saving time, and also you can create programs that you can run with you actually without being there. Okay, so passive revenue as well. So that's the ideal coaching model, and that is what everyone should be aiming for if they're looking to use the internet, for example, and do coaching online. Now, why online coaching? Now, this is interesting because online coaching right now, it's growing rapidly, and with all the access that we have to technology and social media, it is actually the perfect business to get into, or the perfect business to implement. Now, let's talk about some opportunities in online coaching right now. First of all, one of the biggest opportunities in online coaching is you can escape the time for money trap. Now, I myself used to do a lot of one-to-one coaching many years ago, and it was one of my focal points, and I did charge quite a lot for my coaching, but it just really capped me. I couldn't, I didn't have enough time to take on more clients, and for me, I spent most of my time coaching one-to-one clients, and that is all I did basically, and it really burnt me out. One great opportunity in online coaching is it allows you to work from home or anywhere in the world. You know, coaching is really great. Now with the technology that we have, things like Skype, online access, social media, we can actually be in touch with all of our clients and we can actually, you know, do coaching from anywhere in the world. It's absolutely phenomenal. You know, they talk about the laptop lifestyle. Now I'm going to take you through that and show you exactly how that is possible. Also, it allows you to monetize your passion, expertise, and experience. One of the great things with coaching is going out there and helping people. And, you know, the opportunities in coaching right now are just phenomenal. And like I say, the report that you get, the 50 coaching niches, you'll see, I mean, 50 different coaching niches that people are actually doing. And each page will actually take you through exactly how that niche works and exactly how to implement it. So that's a great report to get hold of if you obviously stay to the end of the webinar. Now, there we go. So many niches for coaching. Again, a bit ahead of myself there, but many niches for coaching, and like you say, you'll get the bonus report, which is really cool, and that'll give you a really good idea if you're already a coach or if you're looking to create your own online coaching program through the experience and passion skills that you already have. You can have a look at that and say, look, where is there anything similar that's out there that exists that I can actually do? And also, you know, you're making a difference in other people's lives. There's nothing that I've seen more than this, you know, creating results and helping people basically move forward with their lives. You know, helping people take action. It's pretty phenomenal. It's a pretty phenomenal profession and an industry where you get paid for helping people. It's pretty cool. Also, some of the other opportunities in online coaching. Online coaching allows you to get people what I call fast action results. Okay, it takes them from problem to promise, which is one of the main core ethics of coaching, taking people from their problems to the promise. Okay, and fast action results is really, really cool. You get them those fast action results by doing the coaching online, and I'll show you more about what I mean in a few minutes. Also, you can make lots of money as an online coach. I'm going to show you and break it down step by step exactly what you can do, what you can achieve with your own online coaching programs. And also, it's one of the world's fastest growing businesses right now. Coaching is absolutely phenomenal. You know, different areas of coaching are being developed all the time, and you have such a big audience, and everyone is out there, and you can reach people now, especially with social media. It's pretty phenomenal. And of course, there's very low startup costs. You know, you can also work part-time, and I'm going to show you at the end of this webinar how you can actually set up your coaching business literally for free. But also at the same time, don't forget you can also start part-time. A lot of people who get into coaching are sometimes even working full-time, and then they do coaching part-time. And then obviously when they create that sort of income that replaces their current income or their full-time income, then they switch to full-time coaching. So it's pretty cool. So what does it take to become a successful online coach? To become a successful online coach, you need to have the drive and you need to have the passion. That's one of the most important things. You also need to have some sort of experience of you know, creating results for people. And one of the best ways to do that is to write down on a piece of paper what interactions you've had with people, how you've helped them, what sort of results they've got, and from that you can actually decipher whether coaching is right for you or not. And you don't have to know all about technology. Like I'll talk more about that later on, how you can get access to platforms and use platforms that make it so easy for you to actually do your coaching, especially when we're doing it online. So what I want you to do right now is put in the chat box and just let me know, do you think you could become a successful online coach? Just give me a yes or no. Actually, give me a yes or a yes in the chat box. Do you think you could become a successful online coach? Okay, yes, yes, yes. I already do coaching, but I love the concept of online coaching. Yes. Yes, with the right training and mentoring. Okay, that makes sense. I have been in the past. In the past, so what's stopping you from doing that right now and for the future? That's interesting. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes, by phone, not email. Okay, I'm going to show you. A lot of people do use the phone for coaching, but I'm going to show you other ways and other platforms that you can use to actually do coaching online, which is more interactive. Good question. I'm setting up my business right now, Rosemary. Great, that's good. I mean, I'm going to show you some strategies, Rosemary, that will help you do that. And at the end, I'll show you exactly if you're trying to do that yourself, that's fine. But I'll show you a way that you can get help to be able to do that and create your own online coaching program very quickly. So brilliant. So thanks a lot, guys, for that. That's pretty cool. Okay. So here let's look at the potential online coach income, right? So we're going to look at the online coaching business model now, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works and how pretty phenomenal it is. So we looked at earlier on, okay, and we looked at that I mentioned to you that traditionally 40 hours a month it takes 40 hours a month of coaching to make 100K a year. Okay, so we looked at that earlier on. Now I'm going to show you a different business model now. So let's say, for example, you did a 4-week online coaching program. Okay, so 4 1-hour classes charging just $497, and you had 20 people on that program. Now $497 is the base price, is the cheapest price that you would charge for a 4-week online coaching program. I've seen people charge much more, but let's start off at like a really base price. So if you had a 4-week online coaching program, and let's say there were 4 1-hour classes, and you charged $497 per person, and you had 20 people sign up, which is not difficult, you'd be making about $10,000 per month with that 4-week online coaching program. So you're making about $10,000 per month, and that equates to about 120, let's say $120,000, okay, which is more than the 100K. Now the great thing is it only takes you 4 hours a month to carry out that coaching with your online group coaching program, okay, for 100K a year. So that's pretty cool. So you'd be working 4 hours a month as opposed to 40 hours a month, and you'd be making more, right? So that's pretty cool. Now let's look at a leverage model now, because I'm all about leverage. Let's say now you had a 6-week online coaching program, and you had 4 90-minute classes, and you charged $997, and you had 20 people sign up. Now you're earning 20K, all right? $20,000, close to $20,000 with that program. Now, if you wanted to make 100K in the year, and your program was netting just under $20,000, you would only have to do that 6-week program 5 times a year, which means you'd only work 30 weeks of the year, okay, and you have the remainder of the year off. So you can do this. You can make 100K within 6-7 months, and I'm going to prove it to you, and I'm going to show you exactly how I've done that and how I actually do that. So this is the potential online coach income, okay, that you can achieve, and it's pretty cool. So 6 figures a year, working just 6 months, traveling the world. Okay. Now this is what I've been doing. Now this is a villa that we hired out in Aphrodite Hills in Cyprus, which is a really cool villa. Got to spend a couple of weeks there. You can see I've got my iPad there, and I was actually doing some coaching, sitting by the pool while I was actually chilling out at the villa. This is me in Rome, spending some time in Rome. Again, I've got my iPad with me. I've got all my tech on there, my Skype. I've got everything I've got access to do my coaching there. This is my favorite place. If any of my friends from the US are watching this webinar, the Cheesecake Factory. It's my favorite place in the US, and every time I'm in the US, I have to go to the Cheesecake Factory. So just to let you know, next time I'm in the US, it's always the Cheesecake Factory. This is me in Dubai recently. I spent some time in Dubai recently, and again, chilling out in Dubai, and got my iPad and do my online coaching. This is me on a cruise. Internet connection wasn't so great, but because it wasn't heavily relied on certain tech, I could still do coaching via Skype and online training on this cruise. This is me in Puerto Banús, a really cool place in Marbella in Spain, with a client of mine. He's a multimillionaire who has loads of properties based out in Spain. So I spent some time with him. At the same time, I did my coaching while I was there as well. This is going to be my favorite, spending my time in my favorite place, which is New York. I've got to spend time in New York with the Mad Hatter over here, with the Mad Hatter of New York. And the same again, got my iPad, traveling and doing all my coaching online and doing my training and coaching online, which is really cool. So that's my experience sort of in the last 12 months of traveling and with my laptop, my iPad. Now, a lot of people promote this thing, right, that you can make money online, and most of it is BS. Okay, most of it is BS. Now, what you want to do is you don't want to. It's not all about making money online. It's about running your business online. Okay, so it's more about creating a business and running a business online. Not necessarily making money online, but running a business online. Okay, that's what you really want to aim for. So the great thing is coaching online from anywhere has been phenomenal, and it's allowing us actually to move to Dubai end of this year. So we'll be moving over and relocating to Dubai, living on the Palm, and doing my coaching from Dubai. Now I'm still very active in the US. In the US market, I still do my joint venture brokering. I have another side of my business where I do a lot of consulting, but this is the fun part of my business where I get a couple of people onto a coaching program. I launch the coaching program, do it over like 6 to 8 weeks, and it's so cool, and I get to really chill and just relax by the pool outside on the beach, and I've got my my students in my group coaching, and I'm doing it all online, so pretty phenomenal. That's what it allows you to do. It's that sort of lifestyle, which is what everyone wants, and you can create that, and at the same time you're doing something good for other people as well, so it's pretty cool. So let's look at a real life case study. So I created a 6-week online JV coaching program. So joint ventures is my expertise, and that's what I'm really well known for. So I created a joint venture coaching program for business owners. I marketed it using social media. I just did it via social media, which is really, really cool. And I'll show you exactly step by step how I did that. I did a webinar with just 96 people present, and currently right now we've got around the same numbers on this webinar. So we just had 96 people on the webinar. I sold 21 spots to that program at $997 each. So from that webinar, I netted about $20,000. Now, there's two ways you can do this. Sometimes you can run a webinar, you can sell from a webinar, and then you can do a webinar replay, where if you don't get these spots in the first one, you can carry on the second one. But webinars are really good, and webinars are a really good way to sell your coaching programs. So I repeated that 5 times in the year and made just over $105,000. But for me, it's cool. It's 6 figures, and I didn't really work as much as I used to previously, and I all did this while traveling using just the internet. And from that program, I also created a $397 product from the recording. So they didn't get the live coaching, but they got the videos. They got the training videos from the coaching. And I created a $397 product from it. But the great thing is, guys, with this model is, it's like a launch, right? It's like a product launch. You launch the program, you do it over 6 weeks, and then you switch it off, and then you take a break, and then you make sure you manage all your clients and get all the expectations and the results, and then you relaunch it again and just switch it back on. Because the content's already been created, you're not creating any new content unless you've got like any new case studies or any new any new assignments or anything that you want to create. Then you relaunch it. So it's pretty cool. So here's how I marketed that particular program. Now I ran an event on Facebook, okay, which is very simple to do, and it was a webinar on how to double your business using joint ventures. Okay, it was a straight 60-minute webinar, and at the end of it, I promoted the 6-week program. So, and this is what I did, which was really cool. Okay. I did a JV with some other people I knew to get them to invite people to the webinar. So we had about under 11,000 people registered to this event, which is pretty phenomenal for an event. And then, we had 160, this is straight off the bat, we had 166 people saying they would maybe attend, and we had 149 people attending. We ended up having just over 100 people actually show up. I think our numbers were something like 250 people registered, and then 100 people showed up, which is a pretty good conversion rate. So yeah, you can do this via Facebook marketing. LinkedIn is what I use a lot of. Some of you guys today have come off LinkedIn. Some of you have come from Facebook. So social media is really cool. I mean, I've never seen anything so phenomenal, which doesn't cost you nothing, that allows you to to invite people to webinars. So it's pretty cool. And then what I did was, after the webinar, I just took them to a simple page, and this was the last 6-week program we did in June, and there's the date of the program and the name of the program. Here's what people get: 6 weekly live webinar classes, 7th week live Q&A, JV templates, agreements, all the recordings, access to a private live JV forum, private sessions with me, and also there was the price. So that's how simple it was, and we got people signed up to it. Okay, now. I'm going to discuss something today that I don't normally discuss. I'm going to show you inside my own business and my future business model. This is my future business model with what I'm doing with online coaching. Okay, so if you want to take notes quickly, because you may not probably see this again, but here it is. Okay, I'm launching a 7-week online coach formula program. Okay, I'm going to be charging $1,997, and I'm only going to have 20 people max. Okay, it's not really, you could call it scarcity, but for me, 20 people max is, I can't handle any more than 20 people, especially with the support that I have to give as well on that program. So let's say, hypothetically, $1,997 for the program. I've got 20 people in the program. I'm gonna net just under $40,000 for that program. Okay, I'm going to run it just 4 times a year, and I'll probably make about 160k, which is cool, running it just 4 times a year. So 160k a year, working just 32 weeks, which gives me what, 20 weeks left over just to like sort of chill and enjoy. So that's a really cool. That's my future coaching model. Okay, so you can copy that if you want to, and definitely let me know if you do copy it. Let me know how it goes. So that's just one of my income streams. Okay, now here's my hyper online coaching model. So I'm going to show you something. I'm a JV expert, right? Joint ventures. I'm big on leverage. So I do a lot of leverage. You know, I do a lot of leverage, whatever I can leverage, assets, clients, coaching. So here's my hyper online coaching model. I'm going to license 2 coaches to also run 7-week programs parallel to me running my program. That's going to create an additional $320,000 a year, and I have to give 50% commission away, okay? But here's the thing, not only am I going to charge them a license fee to be able to run the program, I'm also going to give them 50% commission. So I'll charge them, I'll have money there for the license fee, and they'll run the 7-week programs. They'll be licensed to run it parallel to my program, and then I've got to give them 50% commission, and that's how it generally works. So I bank another 160k for doing nothing. Okay, so 2 other people alongside my program, they're running 2 additional programs. Now, what if I license 6 coaches to run my 7-week programs parallel to me running my program? I'd make an additional $1 million a year, but I still have to obviously give them 50% commission. Okay, so I'd give them a 50% commission, and I'd bank about $500,000 a year for doing nothing. Right? But here's the interesting thing. One of my competitors actually has 12 licensed coaches, right? They have 12 licensed coaches running their programs parallel to them. They're the creator of the program. So if I did that, what do you think I'd make? I'd make an additional $2 million a year to my online coaching business. So it's pretty cool when you look at it, how you can really leverage this. So let me know in the chat box, what difference would that income make for you? Those sort of numbers, and you've seen how realistic they are, okay? Let me know in the chat box. Just tell me, what kind of a difference would that income make for you? Right. Financial freedom, yes, definitely. Yep. It would be awesome, yep. Yep. Set up my children's trust fund, yes, definitely. Yep. That would be instant retirement for me. Okay, brilliant. I would love to have a business like that. It would totally change my life. Freedom to travel, inspire a lot more people. Yeah, Rosemary, this is the really cool thing. You know, everyone says freedom to travel, okay? This is the ideal business model to allow you to do that. And, you know, it's not about, look guys, it's not about the 7-figure stuff, okay? I'm just showing you a hyper online coaching model, which if you want to do it, you can do it. But you don't have to earn 7 figures to have a 7-figure lifestyle, okay? So social justice, cool. As a college student, that would be huge. Obviously, it would be amazing. It would totally change my life, yes, definitely. It would fund all my my social work, yes. It would allow me to do more charitable work and give back, brilliant, yes. Rory, Susan, Mike, Rosemary, yep, that's okay, brilliant. That would be absolutely phenomenal. When do I get started? Okay, right, so that's good. So, it makes a difference, okay, and we all know that. So, let's go into some training first, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. Okay, how you can create your own successful online coaching programs yourself. Okay, so let's look at the 5 steps to creating successful online coaching programs, just like I do, and there's many other people out there who do it as well. Step 1, find a niche or a niche. Okay, now what you need to do is, right now, a good marketplace to look at is Amazon bestsellers, right? There's a lot of these books that are hitting bestseller status, and why? That, you know, there's a demand for it, and sometimes you can look at it and it helps you dictate what the market wants. Now, here's a real sneaky trick. Okay, a lot of authors, they don't have a back-end program at all, right? They get a book out, it becomes Amazon bestseller, and that's it. They don't have anything on the back end. They don't create an online coaching program. They don't do anything, right? So if you wanted to, you could you could approach them, and you could do a licensing deal and create the program for them, okay? Or create a program, or you could actually launch a program that's similar yourself. Also, look at coaching sites you like. Look at the sort of coaching sites or the sort of coaches that you're really into, and see what they're doing and see what's really working for them. Use 2 websites. One's called Alexa.com and another's called Compete.com. Now, you can compare different websites. So if you had a look at a couple of coaching sites, you can put them into Alexa and Compete, and it'll give you the demographics. It'll tell you what sort of people are going to these sites and which of the sites are more popular in terms of traffic. So it's pretty cool. You can obviously read the top 50 coaching niches report, which I'll provide to all of you guys at the end of this webinar. And always, best to coach clients you understand. So if you understand relationships, you coach relationships, or relationship coaching. If you understand business, you coach business coaching, right? So if you understand, a different niche, for example, music, you coach music coaching. Okay, so it's always best to coach the clients that you understand. That's some of the best ways to start and get off into this game. So let's look at the next step, creating your program. Now, can you reform an existing asset like a book or a manual? And I've done this before, okay? And I've had several people do this. Let me tell you one thing. For example, my my high-end program, which is 15K and 25K, was originally created from a $500 manual, or like a manual that I created. And from that, I created a high-end program, and then I created the 6-week coaching program from the content that I used in the high-end program. So I have a high-end program, but there's a lot of people that can't afford that, so I do a mid-end program, which is like, $1,000, $997. So, but I got all that. I reformatted an existing manual, which obviously now I've turned into a book, which we'll be launching next year. So have a look at that and see what you can do. Also, can you license somebody else's content? I'm really big on licensing. Licensing has been pretty phenomenal for me myself. I recently got approached by 2 business organizations who are looking to license my content. They want to actually license my coaching program to use in their organizations to train their clients and train their sales team as well, which is pretty cool. Also, can you list all your expertise and experience? When you're creating your program, on a piece of paper, list all the expertise and experience you have, who you've helped, how you've helped them, and from that you can pretty much decipher really what sort of program you can put together to really help people. Also, can you list people who you have helped and how? Again, after you've done that exercise, have a look at the list. Who have you helped and how have you helped them? This will help you shape your future online coaching business. And also, you want to decide, will it be a 4, 6, or 8-week online coaching program? Which one will it be? So 6 and 8 weeks seems to be the norm in terms of, if you want to do those numbers, that's sort of the online coaching programs that are best to create. And like I said, price it accordingly to the target market. If you're doing an 8-week coaching program or 6-week, you can achieve $997 plus for a program like that. Also, what assignments and materials will you provide? Will you have something for them every week? Will you have some assignments? What sort of materials and handouts will you have for them to help them? The more bonuses or the more extra supplemental material you can put into a program, the more obviously you can charge. And also, will it be audio, video, or text-based? Most of my programs are video-based. I have audio in there as well. We have some text materials which are basically supplementary material like handouts, for example. Okay, let's look at step 3, marketing your program. Okay, this is the thing that people always get stuck on. So I'm going to give you a few pointers here in terms of how to do that. First of all, look at your existing network. When I first started my programs, I actually went out to my existing network on Facebook and social media and said, hey, I'm thinking of putting this thing together. How many of you would be interested? People put their hands up. And you know what? I went out and created it, and then I promoted it to my social media network, and I had a couple of people sign up, and that's where it all started from, which is pretty cool. Again, use Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn's powerful. LinkedIn's really good. I've been using that a lot recently, and I've had some great results with LinkedIn. I've even had requests for consulting and high-level coaching due to people coming onto my programs or seeing my videos, which is pretty cool. Create a newsletter or a blog. If you have a blog, blogs are really cool. If you have a blog, you can put all your information on a blog and update it regularly, and then let people know, when they're ready to take it further. Hey, I'm doing an online coaching program. It's a 7-week, 6-week program, and here are the details. And I'm going to be doing, an introduction to it on a webinar. Come and sign up to the webinar, and then obviously at the end of the webinar, let people know how they can actually take it further after the webinar if they're interested in your program. Also, build your online credibility. This is something that I teach a lot for my high-level students, and it's something that you really need to master. Building your online credibility is something that you need to spend a lot of time doing. I mean, really, it's the old 80-20 rule. 80% of your time should be spent marketing and selling, basically. And this is pretty important if you want to really, really sort of hit those numbers. Also, you can sell via email, webinars, or even conference calls. I have a friend who sells high-level programs just via email. He's got such a good list. It's a very small list, but the people on his list basically are there for a specific reason, to find out more about what sort of programs or how they can get into coaching and consulting. So it's quite phenomenal, the sort of numbers he does. Also, give discounts for quick action takers. If people are hesitating, give them a good discount, or give them a good reason or a bonus to actually take action really quickly and get onto your coaching program. And obviously, again, it's so important, I put it twice, build your online credibility. So that's very, very important, and that's something that I teach on a regular basis. Also, seek out joint venture partners and affiliates. It's a big part of growing your business, especially if you're growing it from a startup phase or a new program. Seek out people who will go out and promote the program for you, or even affiliates who will promote it for a commission as well, which is very, very important. And this is something that I teach a lot of in nearly all my programs. Okay, so step 4, this is now delivering your program. So how do you deliver your program? Well, you can do it like we're doing right now. You can run a webinar class, and you can have a live webinar class where we've got chat feature there as well, like you guys have been participating, and we can run a training session like we're doing right now. You can run a teleseminar class. A lot of people still run teleseminars. They have the phone and they run a class through a phone call, which is really interesting because, I always enjoy the interactivity and having something that people can look at. So, but I guess with the telephone, are people more, honed in? Are they more, are they concentrating more on a call? I've been on a few teleseminars, but I prefer teaching and being a student on webinars myself. Google Hangouts is now the big thing now. A lot of people are doing Google Hangouts, and you can actually do coaching and training via Google Hangouts, one-to-one or one-to-many. And Google Hangouts seem to be sort of one of the biggest things right now that people are using for that purpose. You'd also need a membership platform for your resources. You'll need some sort of membership platform where you can put all your resources, your handouts, have questionnaires, have assignments, put the recordings of your class in there, have a facility where you would need to communicate with your clients as well. Like I say, you'll need to put online assignments there. You need to have exercises, and if you've got any exams for certification, you need to put that into your membership platform as well. Also decide whether you want to have a private forum or a private Facebook group. A lot of people now are doing private Facebook groups because everyone's on Facebook. So it's very easy to tap into your private group on Facebook while you're actually on Facebook, and going to the destination where everyone is basically. So those are two things you could look at doing, either having a forum or setting up a private group on Facebook. And then obviously with that, you'll also need some monthly Q&A group coaching calls. So you've got your training, and then you'll have your coaching, which will be your group coaching calls, which will be the element of your online coaching program. Now, how many of you guys have heard of a guy called Frank Kern? Put it in the chat box and tell me, give me a yes or a no. Have you heard of a guy called Frank Kern? Now, okay, let's see. I guess most people, he does a lot of stuff on Facebook nowadays. Yes, Frank Kern is great. Yes, no, have not heard of him. Yes. Okay, Frank Kern basically is an internet marketer, and right now he's doing a lot of targeting a lot of consultants and coaches, doing sort of programs, showing them how to sell high-ticket consulting or coaching. And his model that he uses, he does one training session at the beginning of the week, and then he does a group follow-up coaching call at the end of the week. So every week there's 2 sessions, which is one of my favorite models as well, which seems to work really well. And his 6-week program, or sorry, his 8-week program, actually he sells that for $10,000. So obviously he's doing something pretty phenomenal there to get those people on. But it's a different market altogether. He targets people who really want to increase and grow their businesses beyond what they're already doing. So I guess if you're spending 10K and making $500,000 or $1 million, then it's definitely a great investment. Okay, so let's look at the final step, which is managing your clients. After you've done your coaching program, you've done the Q&A, now you need to manage your clients. And one of the first things you need to do is send out a survey straight after and see if there's any feedback. How do they find the program? Are they struggling, or has it done really well for them? And also, at the same time, those ones who have said the program was great, get them to send you some referrals, for your next program. This is a really great way to use the existing people in your program to promote your program for you, and it's free. Also, ask them about any additional coaching needs. Do they need one-to-one group coaching? And now the great thing here is, guys, if you upsell them to one-to-one premium coaching, you choose who you want to coach. So now you have, let's say, 20 people. And out of those 20 people, let's say you've got 10 people who want additional coaching. Out of those 10 people, you can pick 5 or 6 or 7 people, or whoever you want to say, yes, I'll take you on for one-to-one coaching, which is really, really cool. And because they've gone through your program already, there is a connection there, which is pretty cool. And then, take a break and then repeat the program again. So, that's pretty much what you need to be doing for the, the 5 steps of creating your online coaching program. Now, here's how you could have your own online coaching program up and running in as little as 7 weeks and become a profitable online coach. So I'm now going to outline for you what I believe is the perfect online coaching system. Okay, and it's called my Online Coach Formula Program. So here's what you learn. If you're really interested in taking things forward, guys, and going to the next level, or adapting your current coaching to the online coaching model, or even just having an online business and a proper business that you can run by doing online coaching, here's what you learn on my Online Coach Formula Program. We'll go through the roles, responsibilities, and ethics of an online coach. This is very important because online coaching is slightly different from face-to-face. There's certain sort of ethics and responsibilities that you need to have as an online coach. We'll also show you how to become a 6-figure online coach, how to create a business model, and help you create that business model to be able to do 100K, a year, working, the less amount of months by doing that. Also, how to leverage the internet for coaching, how to use technology to leverage it and be able to coach and create coaching programs online. Obviously, how to create the fast action results coaching programs that I've been talking about. Even if you have a current program, or you're an author, or you have a current material, we can help you actually create that into a fast action results coaching program. We'll also teach you how to sell online coaching, and most of it is basically, it's not a hard sell at all. Most of it is building up a relationship and using social media. We'll also cover how to deliver online coaching successfully, how to really deliver online coaching and make sure that it is a success not only for yourself, but also for the people involved in the group coaching. Also, the biggest thing that we'll do, we'll also teach you how to get clients easily online. This is a process that we'll go through, how to attract clients to your online coaching program. Also, how to get other people to market for you, how to get other people to even do all the work for you, and all you do is just show up on your online coaching program and the clients will be there for you. I'll also cover how to build your online credibility to charge more. This is the crux of the magic, basically the magic formula that you will need if you want to charge more for your online coaching programs. And also how to license your online coaching program to others. If we create some coaching programs, I'll show you how to license them to other people. And obviously, if you've got a great coaching program, I wouldn't mind helping you broker a deal for that myself. So here's what you get. We even help you with your startup costs, which is really cool. So we'll help you get your whole online coaching business off the ground and actually pay for your startup costs. And how are we going to do that? Let me show you right now. First of all, we'll provide you with 7 weeks of live online training. You'll also get 6 months of monthly group coaching. You get all the online coach training manuals and handouts already done for you. You get all the coaching agreements and templates which you can rebrand with your own brand. You get 6 months access to our online coaching platform. This is the platform that I use and other coaches are using right now. You'll get free access for 6 months, which basically means you'll be able to run your coaching programs for free using this platform. So there'll be no cost for you to actually run and deliver the coaching program. You get access to our private online coach formula Facebook group. You'll also get monthly ongoing coaching business success webinars helping you how to grow your coaching business online. You'll also get 12 months free hosted WordPress blog. So you'll get your own blog basically hosted and a WordPress site. You'll also get free landing page software. So you'll see the landing pages that I use to sell my programs. Well, you don't need to go out there and buy anything like OptimizePress or Lead Pages at all. We'll provide you with free landing page software so you can actually do that. So in addition to that, here's what you get also. You'll get some bonus online training. We'll provide you with some WordPress training, so you'll quickly get up to speed in terms of how to use WordPress and create your own WordPress sites. We'll provide you with Aweber training, how to use Aweber or how to use email marketing. You'll also get some training on webinars, how to do webinars and Hangouts. You get all the internet marketing training, A to Z, how to actually use the internet to grow your business. And you'll also get some social media training and podcasting training as well. So you get everything you need to be able to grow this online coaching business without going out there and buying anything else that you actually need, which is pretty cool. So let me just talk about the weekly training sessions that we'll be getting. Kicking off starting next week, Tuesday the 15th of October will be the first session. This is the 7-week live training program that we'll have. So in week 1 we'll cover Introduction to Coaching Online. In week 2 we'll cover Finding Your Niche and Ideal Client. In week 3 we'll cover your VIP online coaching program. We'll help you actually create and craft this VIP online coaching program. And then in week 4 we'll talk about how to deliver your coaching program. Now in week 4 you'll get access to our own online coaching platform. You'll get 6 months free access to that. And then in week 4, when we've created all those steps, then you'll be able to basically implement it onto the system, ready to go out to market it. Week 5, we'll market the coaching program. So once we've created it, we've got it on the system, we'll now start marketing it. Week 6, we'll build your online credibility. We'll help you and we'll take you through how to do that. And then obviously week 7, we'll have a training session on how to get JV partners and how to actually find licensing partners. So within the end of the week 7, you'll have your own online coaching program actually set up and actually marketed, and hopefully by the end of week 7 you'll have a few people signed up as well, which is pretty cool. So what's the investment, right? So there is obviously an investment in the program, but I'm going to show you exactly right now how your return on the investment is going to be pretty phenomenal. So we'll be officially launching the Online Coach Formula program actually in early February 2014, right? So you are here on the pre-launch, and you're going to get in on the pre-launch right now on this webinar. So the Online Coach Formula program will be $1,997 when we launch, okay? But because you guys are on the pre-launch webinar right now, today only, if you're interested, you pay just $997. So you're going to save actually $1,000 off the price when we launch it in February, which will be $1,997. And right now, currently, this is the second encore webinar. We only have 10 spots left now. So we have 10 spots left for the program, which kicks off next week. And guys, there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee, okay? So you're protected on that front. You'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So as soon as you sign up to the program, you can come into the program for 30 days, go through it, and then obviously if you feel that the program's not right for you, we'll give you your money back. But if you want to continue, then after week 4, that's when you get access to the online coaching platform, and then that's when we start marketing your online coaching program. But wait, there's more, okay? If you pay the full price of $997 today, which most people have already done in our previous webinar, you would get this. You'll get a 1-hour quick start coaching session with me, one-to-one. You'll be able to JV with me, and I'll actually help you promote your program. I'll do a webinar for you as well, and I'll help you actually find JV partners, and I'll actually help promote your online coaching program for you as well. Plus, you'll get access to my $997 JV business program with all the JV agreements and templates. Okay, so you get those bonuses if you pay the full price of $997 today. Or if you want to, you can pay $197 actually over 6 months with our installment plan without those bonuses, right? So if you're interested in the program, you want to take this further, and you want to develop and create your online coaching program, you want me to help you, then go to onlinecoachschool.com/order, O-R-D-E-R. So it's onlinecoachschool.com/order. And guys, we've already got 10 spots left, okay? So I think we'll fully fill the program, by the end of this webinar. But that's the program, guys, and I hope you really found the training helpful today. Now, what I like to do is basically, I'm here to answer any questions you have. So if you want to put any questions in about the program, or any questions about online coaching, or what you're currently doing and how online coaching can help you, or how you can use the internet in terms of what you're currently doing, put it in the chat box, and let's have a Q&A, and let me see how I can help you. So if you've got any questions for me about the program, about online coaching in general, please put it in the chat box, and I'll be here as long as I can to be able to answer those questions. So also, guys, at the same time, thank you very much for turning up. If those of you who are just interested in the bonus, the coaching report, and you're not interested in the program, you can leave right now. Those of you guys who want to stay and ask more questions about the program, you can do that, and I'll be able to hear. So Abshir says, how would you choose the niche that is right for you? Well, Abshir, you get a copy of the Top 50 Coaching Niches report. In that report, when you go through it, what we'll do is when you sign up to the program, we'll be able to go through it in week 1, when we identify the niche that's suitable for you. Okay, so we will cover that in week 1 of the program. Ever bought traffic to promote a webinar? Yes, something that we're testing right now by doing FB ads. So that's predominantly for my high-end programs, Rory. My 15 and my 25K programs, we use paid traffic for that. For the online coaching program, you don't have to use paid traffic because you don't need many people on a webinar to be able to sell, 10 people or 15 people. You don't really need paid traffic for that. Susan asked, when did you start your online coaching? Well, Susan, I've been doing online coaching now for a number of years, but not realizing that it was really online coaching. I've been doing some online training and coaching now for a couple of years. I'd say over the last 3 years, most of my coaching and mentoring for my high-level programs are done online. But over the past 12 months, I've been using this business model with some great success. What is in the JV program program bonus? Yep, you get full access to the entire program. It's basically 6 modules, and it covers everything from how to find JV partners, how to create JVs, how to recruit affiliates, and pretty much everything you need to know, how to go out there and find a target market to do joint ventures as well. So it's pretty a comprehensive joint venture program. That's the one that people pay $997 for. Wanda says, my interest is in weight loss and wellness. Wellness is massive. Wellness is such a big niche. And yes, it is appropriate for online coaching because a lot of people are doing it right now. Loads of fitness coaches, loads of wellness coaches have actually created online programs which are around about the 997 and the 1997 mark. So they're doing it very well and making very good money doing that. Bill, thanks to Health for a very interesting session. Thank you, Bill, for showing up. Susan says, are your students licensed with the system? Here's the thing, guys. This is the webinar for this program. Now, those people who sign up to this program and go through this program, they'll be my first point of call for licensed coaches to run this program. So only people who go through my program will be, will get access to the licensing. So that's pretty cool. So Stephen says, great buddy, just signed up. Can't wait to start. Thanks, Stephen. Thank you very much for that. Sarah says, okay, Sarah, cool. She goes, she'll be contact via LinkedIn. I would like to trial it. Very interesting. Yeah, okay, cool. No problems. That's great. You can contact me via LinkedIn. But like I said, just let me know. We've got just, we have now about 8 spots left. So if you guys want to jump on, just let me know. Abshare says, once you've chosen the niche, where would you get the content to present via webinars? Okay, it's very easy to do that. We are going to do that during the program. Once you've identified a niche, most of what we're trying to do here is look at the experience that you already have, but also we can help you create the content, or we can get the content, or we can probably even license the content and bring the content in and create the program for you, so it's not a problem. Rosemary, do you find this suits some types of coaching better than others? I'm doing business coaching for therapist coaches. Now, let me tell you one thing, Rosemary, which is interesting. Online coaching, there are a couple of programs already out there for therapists who want to coach online. So yes, you can do that, and some of the coaching programs I've seen for therapists is way underpriced, and the content is not all that either. If you are interested in signing up to the program, I do have access to some of that material, and I can share that with you. And obviously, if you're interested in the program, I can help you create a similar program, because I've actually done some research into the online coaching programs that are out there, and there are a few online coaching programs for therapists to actually do that online. So yes, you can definitely do that, and it'd be great to have you on the program. Becky, thanks so much. Always appreciate learning from you. No, Becky, thank you very much. Thank you for that comment. I'm sure fantastic. Great webinar. Excellent. Need to talk to my other half before signing. Is that okay? Yeah, and that's okay, guys. Like I say, take the URL down at the bottom, onlinecoachschool.com/order, and like I say, we've got a payment plan as well, $197 over 6 months, but you don't get those bonuses. If you want to go for the full pay price, that's $997, and you get all those above bonuses there as well. So that's brilliant. Okay, any more questions you guys have about online coaching or about the online coaching program? If you want to ask me more questions before we wrap up, that would be really good. I see my throat's going there. Let's have a look. That's history. Yes, what I'll do is I will send all of you guys who have actually registered for the webinar. I'll send you a copy of the webinar, and you'll be able to go through it and have a look at it. So let me just grab some. Let me grab a drink. Yeah, so you'd be able to do that. Like I say, guys, this is a really good. I'm sure the offer's available as long as we have spots. I mean, if you come back tomorrow and there's 0 spots left, then the offer's gone. So I'm only going to keep the offer up until we fill the spots. And I think with the amount of people we have on the webinar today and the questions we have, it looks like we'll probably get those spots for either today or tomorrow. So bookmark that link. Come back to the link if you want to sign up to the program, and get in while you can. Oh, thanks, Rory. Definitely one of the better webinars I have been on recently. Good. And, Rory, I really hope you do sign up because, like I say, most of my webinars are content driven, and I try and give as much information as I can to help you sort of create your own ideas. So, it's not about sharing as little as I can with you. So, you have to come on my program. No, I share as much as I can to be able to give you some of the tips and the steps so you can actually go and try it out yourself as well. Can I be a coach for ladies to make them dress well, do you think? It is good. That's more of a stylist and that's really high end. So yes, you could create a coaching program for, I would say if you wanted to create a program, you would do that for like speakers, for example, or corporate execs or corporate ladies. And then on that program, you would show them step by step how to become like a power woman by dressing appropriately, and basically how to dress for certain occasions or certain events, how to dress for success, for example. So yes, you could create a program for that. And the women's market is big. The women's market is a big market, so it's a very, very good market to target. So guys, about sort of 75% of you guys are still on the webinar. So if you've got more questions, just keep them coming in. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, the good thing with this program is you also get the recordings, guys, as well. So if you go through the program and if you miss a module, you get access to the recording. But at the end of it, also you get copies of the recording of the program as well. So that's pretty cool. So that's really, really good. Okay, let's see if we've got any more questions before we finish up on the webinar. And you're still here. Most of you are still here. And I will guys send out the niches report to you guys tomorrow after I get this webinar wrapped up and recorded. Hi Sarah. Yes, each week session is between 60 to 90 minutes. So we average about sort of 60 minutes, but allow between 60 to 90 minutes depending, because we'll have a Q&A as well at the end of each session. So that's what we'll be able to do. Okay, access. Okay, the JV program that we have is 6 modules. Now I'll bring it up right now because you were asking about it. Give me a second, because I have a few JV programs. So let me just get the I'll just get the list for you, so you'll be able to see what's covered. Okay, so the 6-week program is what we did. The last program we did was back in June, and that was a 6-week live program that we did. And I'll give you the modules for that as well. And yes, you will get full access to the entire program, including all the content, all the agreements, the joint venture templates, the joint venture agreements. I'm just going to give you it right now. I'll give you what's covered in that. Okay, so we cover module 1 is joint venture research. Module 2 is joint venture products, how to create your own products and joint venture products. Module 4 is joint venture. Module 3 is joint venture systems. Module 5, finding JV partners. Module 5, managing JV partners. Module 6, joint venture launches. And we have a bonus session as well, which is a hot seat recorded session. And you'll get all the joint venture templates with that as well. So that's what you'll get as a bonus if you pay the full price of $997 today. Sarah, how long are the group coaching sessions? It really depends, Sarah. The group coaching sessions are open sessions. So at the end of the training, we open up the line, open up the calls for people who have questions and Q&A. If they've got any questions they want to ask, basically, then we cover the coaching sessions straight after the training sessions. Okay, cool. Okay, brilliant. Becky says she's going to get all her content and program formulated. Yeah, it's good. Like I said, guys, we have the online coaching platform, which we use and a couple of other coaches and consultants are using, so you get access to that as well. Abshir, the best thing to do, it's great you're asking me programs about different coaching programs, and yes, you can do it for dentists and estate agents and doctors, because I know people who have done that in the high-end space. When you get a copy of the coaching report, have a look in that, and obviously once you sign up to the program, we'll cover that in week 1. So week 1 we'll do a brainstorm session on the different niches that you can go into, and the sort of coaching programs. It's always best to look at what sort of experience you have, or your network, or sort of the passion you have, and that's always the best niche to go into. Don't always go into a niche just because there's money in it. You have, for coaching, right, you have to have a passion. Okay, I'm like bonkers about joint ventures and business growth, and I've studied it for many years. I've done it. I love it. So I really am passionate about teaching joint ventures and business growth. Or with me, it's like if I do something, I'll go out and do it first and make sure it works. Then I will coach it, or I'll train other people, and then I'll produce a program, because you know what, I've already done it. So sometimes that is best. Well, you've done a degree in dentistry. Dentistry is pretty good. You probably create a coaching program then for dentists, showing them how to get clients, or how to get referrals, or how to keep existing clients, or how to make money from existing clients. Okay, that would be an ideal online coaching program for you. I'd say if you were going to create an online coaching program, and marketing is pretty hot. You know, if you want to do a program on marketing, you get a lot of people. I mean, I did my joint ventures for business program, and every time I run that program, I always get, sort of 20 odd people on the program, which is really, really cool. So, it works because that's what people want to learn. So that's pretty cool. Guys, there's still so many of you still on the call, and like I say, just find me a question about today's training, about the program, if it's something you're interested in getting onto, let's see if I can answer any more questions before we wrap up. I'll probably take a couple of more questions, and then we'll wrap up. Otherwise, go to the URL onlinecoachschool.com/order, and if you want to go for the full price, you pay the full price, you get those bonuses: 1 hour quick strategy session with me. You'll also go to JV with me, and I help you market and promote your program, and you get access to my joint venture business program with all the JV agreements and templates. So, guys, if there's any more questions, if not, then we'll get ready to wrap up. All right, guys, brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everyone, for coming on to today's webinar. It's great when people take their time out to come on, and it's great to see so many of you guys loving the content and being inspired by it as well. So, guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. And if you want to jump on this, and if you want me to help you create, Bill goes, put me on your mailing list. Well, if you're registered onto this webinar, then Bill, you're definitely on my mailing list. Guys, if you want me to help you create your own online coaching business and really help you create that lifestyle business, then definitely jump on this, and it'll be a great experience, and it'll be a great start of your online business as well, which is really where we all want to be. So, guys, thank you very much. Have a great evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.